Half of all adults snore, but the loudest snoring hides a dangerous secret deep in your throat. You fall asleep quietly, but sometime in the night, a sound rises from your throat. A low rumble, a sharp rattle, sometimes loud enough to wake a partner in another room. You are snoring, and you have no idea you are doing it. Snoring is not a mystery. It is a precise mechanical event. Air is trying to pass through a passage that has become too narrow, and the soft tissue lining your throat begins to vibrate like a reed in a wind instrument. Your uvula, your soft palate, and even the back of your tongue all take turns producing the noise. The science behind it is surprisingly exact, and it explains why 45% of adults snore at least sometimes, and why it almost always gets worse with age. When you fall asleep, the muscles in the back of your throat relax. During the day, those muscles hold your airway open. At night, gravity pulls soft tissue downward while muscle tone drops, narrowing the space air has to move through. Air speeds up as the passage shrinks, just like water rushing through a garden hose when you press your thumb over the end. That fast-moving air drags against the floppy tissue of the uvula and the soft palate and makes them flutter back and forth, up to 130 times per second. Each flutter pushes a tiny pressure wave into the air, and those waves stack together into the sound we call snoring. A loud snore can reach 90 decibels, about the same as a lawn mower. Almost everyone snores more as they get older. There are 3 biological reasons. First, muscle tone declines with age. The muscles that keep your airway open lose strength just like every other muscle in your body, so they relax further during sleep. Second, fat deposits accumulate around the neck and throat, especially after 40, narrowing the airway from the outside. Third, the soft palate itself becomes longer and more floppy over the decades, giving it more surface area to vibrate. By age 60, about 60% of men and 40% of women snore regularly. Weight gain, alcohol before bed, and sleeping on your back all make it dramatically worse by relaxing the same tissue even more. Most snoring is harmless noise, but loud. Chronic snoring can be the warning sign of a serious condition called obstructive sleep apnea. In sleep apnea, the airway does not just vibrate, it collapses completely. Breathing stops for 10 seconds or longer, sometimes hundreds of times per night. Blood oxygen drops, and the brain jolts awake just enough to restart breathing, usually without the person remembering. An estimated 936 million adults worldwide have obstructive sleep apnea, and most do not know it. Untreated, it raises the risk of heart attack, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. The tell is not the snoring itself. It is gasping, choking, or long silences between snores, reported by a bed partner. Most snoring can be reduced with simple changes. Sleeping on your side keeps the tongue and soft palate from falling backward. Losing even 10% of body weight can shrink the fat pads around the throat enough to clear the airway. Avoiding alcohol within 3 hours of bed prevents extra muscle relaxation. A humidifier keeps nasal passages from drying out and forcing mouth breathing. For persistent heavy snoring, doctors recommend a sleep study. The gold standard treatment for sleep apnea is a CPAP machine, which pushes gentle air pressure down the airway to keep it open all night. Simpler tools, like custom mouth guards that hold the jaw forward, work well for milder cases and are far more comfortable than most people expect. If you found this fascinating, subscribe to Curious Science. Next time, we explore why your stomach growls when you are hungry.